It's never simple, Tom. There was a lot of planning and preparation going into this game, and I spoke to you in particular about having a game plan today. We wanted to press them high. You saw both of Roy's goals were exactly the same, and we worked on the training pitch to try and open them up exactly the same way, and that's where I'm most pleased. But it's never easy. I think you saw with the players as well. They were quite tired at the end of it. You know, it's quite humid as well. We've been preparing for humid conditions in Wellington. As we know, it's not always as hot and humid over there. So, you know, we've got different ways of trying to prepare, but it certainly wasn't easy. You've got to work for everything you get in this competition, Tom, and I thought they deserved it.
Do you think your tactics maybe caused you a lot of surprise? They might have been thinking you would sit off?
Yeah, perhaps. Maybe they underestimated us. We played them in pre-season. We sat off them. We never really got over the halfway line. We're working on our defensive structures. People were talking about, you know, what we were doing at the start of the season, but you know, there's always a plan as far as I'm concerned, and we continue to develop as a football team. Still early, but it was good on the back of last week's performance that we're able to get a result on the back of today's performance, and that's going to be pleasing for the players and certainly give them a lot of confidence. But yeah, it's always good, you know, in terms of executing. Vince, I think that's always important. It's one thing to work on things in the training pitch, but to execute on game day when the external factors are there, the crowd, you know, the weather and all that, they were good today.
That's as big as a scalp that the Venus have probably had for a couple of years away from home against Sydney, who've dominated the comp largely for a couple of years. Does this feel like a result you can build on, and that,
yeah,
you know, other guys will start thinking, right, we're onto something here?
Yeah, and it's belief. You know, one of the big things that, you know, we've been trying to work on was our mentality and the real belief. You know, that certainly their coach has got a lot of belief in them, and it's just a mindset. It really is. And I thought today, particularly last week, I think that was a turning point for us when they started to believe in themselves. They started to believe in what we were working on in pre-season. Worked them hard in pre-season. You know, you don't always see the results early on, but it's still, I will say, still very early. We're only round 7. There's 20 games to go. A lot of things can happen. You've seen the results go up and down so far. The challenge for our players is consistency. Yeah, we've been up and down as well, right? But we certainly don't want to be an inconsistent team. But belief is the big one for them. And we've got to calm down. You know, enjoyed tonight, but calm down. We've got Central Coast at home next week and Brisbane 2 games, and so start working towards that game next week. It starts tonight.
So how great was instrumental for everything you did going forward in the first half?
Yeah, it was great, Tom. It was good. Young kid, Libby Kachache, young kid. You know, I spoke to them at the start of the season. I told them, your coach rates you highly. He's got a lot of belief in you. We're going to work together. We're going to work on your deficiencies. We're going to make you better. He's a good footballer, but he's got a long way to go. He was still giving away balls, Tom. But the pockets that he found himself in, he wants the ball. I talked about courage during the week, not just Sapri, but all of them. You know, he's a confident young gun that needs to continue to work. We can't hype him up too much, but I certainly love the young kids, and I'll throw them in and I'll keep working with them. They're Kiwi boys as well, which is important. But yeah, again, you've got to put him in a bit of a cocoon as well, because a lot of people might start talking these guys up, and rightly so. They deserve it, because he's a good young footballer, but he needs to continue to work, put his head down, and if he does that, he'll be okay.
The other end of the age spectrum, you've got someone like Roy Krishna, who's been around a few years now. I think last week he became the all-time level goal scorer. There's a bit of speculation again during the week about his future. How important is it to try and lock him in for next season as well?
Yeah, look, this is the time now. The players are out of contract. You know, Sean and I have already started putting a list together and started speaking to them. But there's a lot of players off contract. Roy, you know, scored a double today. You know, we challenged him at the start of the year. You know, that I want it to be his best ever year in the A-League. You know, and you know, he's been working extremely hard, and he certainly deserved his 2 goals today. Like I said, he took them extremely well. You've got to take them too. You know, it's one thing creating. Last week, Burnsy had one in the opening moments against Perth. Weren't quite there. Worked on it during the week, so he's one of a few. You know, he's doing all the right things to earn himself a contract, but the citizenship, from a club's perspective, is quite important for us as well. It allows us now to search for another visa, which we've been working on anyway. We want to get better. We want to improve. and we will.
Are you looking to bring anybody in during January?
That's the plan. Yeah. We don't stop at one as well. I think it's always important to freshen the place up with a couple of new faces. We're working.